Jack Watterson, Future Music. My guitar. Man, am I happy about a lot of stuff. But I recently got my 360 Systems Spectre Synth back from my good friend at LA Synth Co, who brought it back to life for me after a long time of not functioning. It suffered some bad hands in the past, but that's all behind us now. So, boy, there's a lot to cover. So, 360 Systems. 360 Systems was a Southern California company. Amongst other things, when Roger Lynn handed off the LM1, he only made a few at the very beginning, and 360 Systems was the company that took over and manufactured the LM1s. There was a ring modulator that they made, and they're very rare. There is a Spectre Synth. There's a piece called a slave driver, which is used basically to interface the guitar with an analog synth. Apparently there was a bass Spectre Synth as well. So this one came to me in a pile of equipment that I bought that had gone through Frank Zappa's hands and was part of sort of releasing of equipment from Intercontinental Absurdities, which was his backline company. So I bought a bunch of stuff, and clearly there were some things that definitely were Frank's. I'm pretty sure that was Frank's guitar synth. I never really dug around for pictures of him playing it or anything, and I had wired this thing together some years ago, and it was incredible. But now it's fully functioning, and it's insane. So with early guitar synths, because as time is rolling along, synthesizer manufacturers are trying to offer the concept of synthesis not only for keyboard players, but also for guitar players and drummers. So you'd find things like the synth drums, like the Synth, the Synthsonic stuff, Pearl made stuff. So a number of companies have made them, and I showed a Tama drum synth recently. There also is a lot of experimenting going on with making these things for guitars. So they all use fundamentally this kind of pickup. This is a hex pickup, and you'll see the hex pickup has 6 pole pieces on it, and that terminates to 6 different outputs, which connect to the cable that go in, and most all guitar synths of this era are going to function this way. And that would give you the ability to balance each one of the strings so you can get maximum sensitivity out of all of them. I don't have a complete hex pickup, and a trick I learned a while ago was you can hot wire these things and just basically run a mono into it using one side of it. So I rigged that little box together just so I could play this. So an incredible sounding piece. So they were friends with Oberheim as well. So there's an SEM, that little standalone Joy, built into this thing. So it's functioning off of an Oberheim SEM. 2 oscillators. You have a crescendo, which is like a big envelope feel. You have ADSR for the filter. You have a mixer for the 2 oscillators, and then to go from a clean guitar signal to the hex fuzz. A lot of these did have a fuzz involved in them because we know fuzz is square wave, and the square wave would help drive it along and give the synth something to see, sort of operating, sort of like an initial gain sort of thing. You can put the oscillators in sync. You can knock them out of sync. You have foot voicing. You have a transpose where you can really get into some very abstracts in tuning and pitch with that. So because of the 2 oscillators, one note will appear like 2, and you can get a broad spectrum between them, knocking them in tune, knocking them out of tune. A freestanding LFO circuit in it, and it's really a joy to behold. So I'm just going to go through a little bit of it right now. Crazy. We could literally sit here for like 3 days messing with this thing. Man, fun never stops, you know? Really want to thank LA Synth Co., my friend Boomer, for getting this together for me. 360 System, very interesting company to check out. Stuff is rather unusual and rare, but the history of the company is fascinating. And when you see the cross-pollinating of the mines in Southern California at the time, man, between Roger Lynn, Tom Obertheim, and the folks that ran 360 Systems, incredible stuff. If you ever run across the digital Mellotron that 360 Systems made, check that thing out. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, my name's Jack Watterson. This is Future Music. I'm here every day from 11 till 3 taking appointments, and thank you guys very much.